Hello you beautiful legends, and welcome to another night on the shore. I've had some phenomenal luck recently with lobsters, and we've got some fantastic tides at the moment. So I'm hoping to capitalise on that and find some more beauts for you guys tonight. I'm not going to keep you guys for long. I haven't got too much time, so I'm going to literally head straight down onto the shore, straight into it, and let's go see what we can find. Oh, there's a stunning Snakelocks Anemome there, folks. And there's a little shrimp going past it, yeah. This lovely little green tentacle thing down here with the purple tips. There's also a little shrimp. It's absolutely and utterly tiny and won't be picked up by the action cam, unfortunately, that actually lives within them. Can't remember the name of it, but yeah, I love seeing these guys. They're absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. I just love the way the tentacles sort of whip back and forth. Yeah, awesome. Awesome stuff. Right there, folks. Persistence is definitely key. We haven't found too much tonight. Got a lovely sized velvet swimmer there, and I'm wondering if you can see this little red antenna right down here, right by my foraging hook. We have a Larry in there. I don't think it's going to be particularly big, but we'll see if we can get it out. There it comes. Well, that's not a bad size. Still a bit small. Oh, almost had me. Right. We will go find one lobster. Almost escaped. It's angering the whole neighbourhood now. Come here, mister. You're not getting away. We'll put you back in your home in just a sec, I promise. One slippery customer. Come on, you. Oh, we'll get there eventually. There we go. One lobbo in the net. I almost had my fingers a second ago, you cheeky little monkey. Yeah, I don't think this one's going to be big enough. It's not a bad size, that's for sure. Not a bad size. We'll give him a measure, bring him back over here, and we'll get him put back in his home in just a sec. So, one gauge as ever. Let's get the lobster side of it out and ready. Oh. And then, yeah, back of the eye socket there, back of the carapace. I said it's not a bad size, it's about 5mm short, it's about 85. But yeah, too small, definitely too small. So let's get you. Come on, you, let go. Let go. They love pinching the net. They absolutely love pinching my net. I don't know. Oh, dearie me. Right. You've got yourself completely and utterly tangled and muddled up in this thing now. I'm going to put the camera down. I'm going to get this Larry back because, yeah, because this. What a mess. Monster. Right, back in a sec, guys, and I'll show you the release. He's finally decided to let go. Let's get you out there, buddy. There we go. There he is, back in his home. So it definitely pays to check all the little nooks and crannies. There's barely anything to that there. It's just literally just a little ledge. And it was a decent sized lobster with him. Right, let's go find some more goodies. It's a good sign that we found one and a decent size at that. Shame it wasn't a keeper though. Well, there are definitely a lot of these guys around at the moment. Right down there. And velvet swimmer. Oh. See if I can get them just off frame for you. There you go. They have an awesome adaptation on the back of their legs, which enables them to sort of swim in the water almost. And they get their name Velvet Swimmer because they're very velvety to the touch. They're also very aggressive as well. There you go, see it pretty much gliding through the water there. Yeah, they're also extremely aggressive. We've also got a couple of little fishies down there. Oh, they're all hiding now. Yeah, There's another velvet swimmer just down there. They are everywhere tonight. I've seen quite a few mating ones as well. Yeah, absolutely everywhere. Well there folks, we've only gone and got ourselves another Larry. Essentially what happened is I found this claw. Now, this claw does not belong to this lobster. It's not too much of a difference in it, although this one is slightly bigger. But this claw is the peeled remains of another Larry. So yeah, shame we didn't find this one because that would have been a beaut. However, it was always worth checking out, and as I had a prod and a poke, he shot out of the hole down there. I had to be pretty quick, didn't even have time to grab the camera, I had to literally pick up the net and scoop him up before he swam away. But yeah, as ever, we will go through the drill and I will show you guys. So, let's get you guys in frame to start with. Lobster gauge. So, as you guys know, in my area, lobsters from the back of the eye socket to the back of the carapace, which is this little sort of white line here, have to be 90mm or more, and my gauge is preset to 90mm. So, back of the eye socket, back of the carapace, and then it's always good practice. Let's spin it around. If we go from the other eye socket as well, just to make sure. So back of the eye socket, back of the carapace. Oh, excuse me there, folks. Right, I'm sorry for that. Been eating too many flies. They're out in force again. So yeah, this guy's about 92mm. Oh, the aggression. Hurrah. Aggressive Larry. Yeah. Flip him over. So if it's female and it has eggs, it's called a buried hen and we're not allowed to take it. But this one here is male. You can tell by these little white hard swimmerets and this little white dot on the back of its leg. Also, on the tail fan, if it has any form of tail mutilation or any form of V cutout, which is normally done on these ones, it shouldn't be done on any of the others because that can actually harm the lobster. But yeah, if there's any form of V cutout on these, then we're not allowed to take them either. But yeah, looks like he's... Oh, sorry that. He actually pinched my finger in between his carapace there. That was really sharp. Ouchie. Ouchie, ouchie. Revenge of the lobster before he gets eaten. Yeah, so his shell looks pretty new, though he is solid. I don't take them if they're soft. That's what I get for sticking my hand in the plates on his back there. Oh, off he goes. He's a feisty one. You go in there, you. You ain't going anywhere. Nearly lost him. Right, let's get him in the bag before he decides to escape. And boom, just like that there, folks, one lobster in the net. Happy days, coming home with me. Wonder if I'm going to be able to give you guys a show of this. I don't think it's going to come out and play ball, but in here there is a little conger eel. There he is. There's his head. Just poking out there. There we go. One beady little conger eel head just down there. Yeah, it's only a small little thing. We'll let it go. No point in dragging it out. And it's going to be extremely difficult and time consuming to do so as well. But yeah, sometimes where you find congers, you do find lobsters. So I'm just going to have a little prod around. We'll see if anybody's home. I don't think we're going to be in luck today, unfortunately. No, just the little conger in that one. But yeah, always worth giving things like that a little check out. Just on my way back in there, folks. And yeah, scorpion fish. Right, try and get my foraging hook out the way. Yeah, it's been a little while since we come across one. Get him put back in. That way, buddy. Out you go. Nope. Right, how am I going to do this? Let's pop Mr. Larry over there for a sec. And then get this guy, popped back in. There he is. Just down there. You can barely even tell he's there, they're that camouflaged. Oh, they're awesome things. You just don't want to get spined by one. Literally, just on my way in, and I've just seen a pair of claws sticking out from under here. I wonder if we have another lobster. Oh, we do. Are you going to be big enough? Probably not. No. We'll bring him out. Come on out, you. Come on. Trying to be gentle. Or as gentle as possible. Come here, you. There we go. Oh, you almost get me. There we go, another Larry. That's a little bit of a surprise. This one is too small. And we already have a lobster, so we don't need another one. But this one is another little male. But yeah. Let's take one of these torches away. It won't be so bright then. Yeah, how awesome is that? Another lobster down. Absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely stoked. Alright. Pop you there for a sec. Stay. 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 Stay, Mr. Lobster. Trying to escape. There you go. Back of the eye socket. Back of the carapace. Oh, let's get this around. Back of the eye socket to the back of the carapace. No. This one's about 88, 87 mil. Yeah. Somewhere around there. Somewhere around 87 mil. I know, that was 2 lobsters that have almost at legal size we found tonight, plus one that was just over. So happy days. Hopefully we'll be seeing you next year, matey, when you're a little bit bigger. There you go. Away he goes for the night. Stay safe. Bye-bye. Oh, folks, that's unreal. I've been hearing these guys on and off a bit further out, smashing things up most of the night. And yeah, the tide, as you can see, is coming in and flooding pretty quickly. And a load of these guys have just pushed up with it. Literally, you just smashed a load of sand eels in front of me. I just literally scooped them up in the net. I'll give him a measure, but I'm pretty sure this guy it's going to be somewhere just over a pound, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be a bit short. But yeah, I'll give him a measure. Give my tape measure out a second. I'll come back to you and see how big he is. See if he's bigger than 42 centimeters or not. Just giving him a measure, and he's coming in at 40 centimeters. So he's 2 centimeters short of being a keepable size. But yeah, so this little beaut is going to go back. However, that does mean this fish is the biggest, or say this bass, should I say, is the biggest bass I've ever caught in this net. Or in any net, should I say. Alright, off you go there, buddy. There you go. Stay safe and grow up big and strong. Off it goes, into the night. Well there, guys, I absolutely love finding these. This little beaut is called a greater pipefish. Can't tell. No eggs on it, so I can't tell if it's male or female. But yeah, this little beaut is a relative of the seahorse. I absolutely love finding them. We'll get him put back. I won't stress him out. But yeah, they literally just look like a piece of seaweed. How cool is that? What an awesome creature. They're so hard to spot. Honestly, it's not very often I do come across them, but it's lovely to see them when I do. Alright, you beautiful legends, that is my time on the shore done. I hope you've enjoyed this little short explore. I haven't had as much time as I would have liked to today, which is unfortunate, but we did manage to find a load more lobsters, which was utterly fantastic to see. Shame we only had one keeper, but you know, one's enough really. Two of them out of the three were literally millimeters off being keepable size. So yeah, there's definitely a nice healthy population around at the moment, which is awesome. Just a quick one on safety, as it's been a little while. Make sure if you are out exploring on the night that somebody knows where you are. Don't take any unnecessary risk, guys, and know your tide times. Most definitely the most three important things there. And I'll see you in the kitchen, hopefully for a cook up shortly. Hello you beautiful legends, and welcome to the kitchen. So I've decided to make some lovely lobster mac and cheese. It's probably one of my favourite winter sort of comfort foods. Yeah, even though we're in summer, it's still one of those lovely tasty dishes that you just sort of melts in your mouth, and it's, no matter the time of year really, it's just really comforting and heartwarming. So yeah, I'm going to get cracking with that. I'm going to have to film this in little segments and show you the sort of steps on the way. Normally I do the whole lot in sort of a one-er and show you the whole process. Unfortunately the camera just does not want to do that. Keeps overheating and shutting down, which is just a huge shame. But yeah, lobster's been dispatched. It's been dispatched using the freezer method. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's essentially popping the lobster into the freezer for about an hour. It just shuts the lobster down, probably the most humane way to deal with it. It just sort of pops it into a coma. Yeah, quite straightforward and simple. So yeah, I'll take you through all the different steps. Hopefully we can capture some footage this time without any issues. Just got some water onto the boil behind me. Gonna get the lobster put in. So for the first step, literally boiling pan of water, heavily salted. Get the lobster, pop it in there. Make sure it's at a fish rolling boil though before you do. Temperature then will drop when the lobster goes in. You want to bring that back up to a fish rolling boil. Give it about another 5 minutes, and then that is good. Then we can take our lobster out, put it into a bit of an ice bath, which is some cold water in the sink there with some ice in, and stop basically the cooking process. Then we're going to crack open the meat and get that one done. I'll catch you guys in just a sec for that step. Alright there guys, that's our lobster cooked. Now the reason we use an ice bath, I just wanted to touch base on it quickly, and that's purely to stop the cooking process of the lobster. If you overcook the lobster, it will turn rubbery as anything, and the shell retains a lot of heat. So all I've done is I've removed the claws off the lobster, and as you can see, one nicely cooked larry. So yeah, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to take the meat out of the claws, I'm going to take the meat out of the tail segment of the lobster, get that put to one side and allow that just to cool down for a minute, and then what we're going to do is we're going to make our mixture for our macaroni and get that put on as well. Right, before we do that folks, in order to get the tail meat out, just interlock your fingers and push down with the palms of your hands until you hear a nice crunch, and then all we do is literally go along and split the lobster tail in half. And all we do from there, once the lobster tail's been split open, is we're just going to pull the meat out from the middle, and we're also going to remove, as you can see, part of it here. We're going to remove the poop track that runs down the back of that as well, because we don't want that in our food. It's not particularly nice. Well folks, there she is. There's the lobster meat all taken out. What I'm also going to do in this episode as well, something I've not actually tried before, I'm actually going to use the shell of the lobster. I wanted to do this in the past, but I've never ended up doing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to saute off some onions in a minute. Then I'm going to add in the lobster shell once the onions have softened, add in a bit of the milk, just let it simmer for a little bit, and then set that to one side. So yeah, it should make it extra tasty. We should get all the flavour of the shell into our mac and cheese as well, so it'll be a little bit different. But yeah, thought I'd give it a go and see how it turns out. We shall see. So there we go folks, we've sauteed off our onions, added a little pinch of salt to it, and then added the lobster shell from the tail and some of the claws. Given that about another 3-4 minutes, just on a very low heat, just to sort of stir it around. And then I've added about 1 litre of milk. We're going to bring that up to the simmer, and then we're going to allow it to cool down for about 30 minutes, just so all that flavour from the lobster shell and the little bits of meat and stuff like that can just infuse into the milk there. Then we'll be using that to make our sauce with in a moment. All right, in the meantime, while your mixture is coming up to sort of the boil and you're allowing it to simmer, all I've done is very simply made some lovely breadcrumbs. I've done a bit of a 50-50 mixture, a couple slices of bread, one being the crust, one being the normal piece, blended that up, and then all I've done is got a bit of a packet sort of golden breadcrumb mixture and added a bit of that. I've also added some salt, some pepper, and some freshly cut, if we get you a bit closer there we go. Yeah, some freshly cut coriander into the mixture as well. I was going to add some lemon zest into it, but I run out of lemon and I completely forgot to get some, so yeah. Normally I'd add that in as well, just to give it a little bit of that sort of citrusy kick, which always goes well with seafood. All right there, our macaroni is now on. We're going to do it for about 7 minutes. We want there to still be quite a bit of a bite left on it, and then we're going to put it in the oven later so it will finish cooking off, so that's the reason why we're not doing it for sort of a full about 10 minutes normally. But yeah, next step then, on top of that, while the macaroni is cooking, we've got about 7 minutes left on the timer for our mixture to sort of finish infusing. I'm going to give it about half an hour for it to cool down and infuse to get as much flavour from that sort of lobster shell really as possible into that. So we're going to use that along with our knob of butter, about 50 grams. We're going to melt that down, add about 150 ml of white wine. I'm going to use our strained mixture of the milk with the lobster shell and the onions, stuff like that in to make a nice thick sauce. Add some cheese, stir that through, again about 150 to 200 grams worth of grated cheese. Get that all melted through, add that to the macaroni, spread that in, put the lobster meat on top, then we're going to take our breadcrumbs, add that on top, and then we're going to pop it in the oven at about 160 degrees for about 10 minutes, and then we should be golden and should be done. I will catch you guys back in just a second. I nearly forgot one step as well. We're also going to be adding, we've got a little bit of packet of some bacon lardons. So we're going to be adding that as well. I'm going to try and make them nice and crispy. Quick little tip for you guys, if you've never cooked with them before, don't add any oil to the pan. Let them cook, high heat first, get them in, get them sort of browned off and cooked off, turn the heat down, and just let them cook on their own accord and they will crispen up nicely. Alright folks, well that's the bacon lardons cooked. All we need to do, as I said, is put it onto a high heat, get the pan nice and hot, whack them in, fry them off, no oil with it. Bring it down to sort of a medium to high heat, give them several minutes of cooking, then whack it off and they will literally cook themselves, and as it cools it will crispen up nicely. We've then melted our butter. Little tip, add a little bit of olive oil or add any other form of oil that stops the butter from burning. What we're going to do then is we're going to add 150 ml, which is what we've done already, of white wine to the mixture. We're going to reduce that by about half. Then we're going to add in about 50 grams-ish of flour. We want that to sort of be sort of a nice thick sandy sort of paste consistency. I've strained off the mixture that we've made with the lobster shell and the milk and that. We're going to add that into our sauce. We're going to run then about 150 to 200 grams roughly again of cheese through it. Get that all melted and done. Add that to the macaroni, get the macaroni layered. Put the lobster meat on top. Get the breadcrumbs on top of that and we'll pop it in the oven. Normally I do about 10 minutes for 180. I'm going to try something slightly different. I'm actually going to put it in there for 15 minutes for 160 and see if it makes any difference today. We shall see, and I'll get back to you guys in a second as well, hopefully for the plate up. Well folks, there we have it. One sumptuous, delicious, awesome looking lobster mac and cheese. Try that bad boy out. Yes, I have definitely, I'll get you guys in frame for myself, I have definitely looking forward to this. So I'm going to plate some for myself up and I'll join you at the table in just a second. Well there folks, thanks for joining me for this delicious cook up. As I said, this is probably one of my favourite types of meals. That sort of ultimate comfort / heartwarming sort of goodness you get whenever you eat something. So yeah. Oh wow, that is really good. As I said earlier, I've never cooked with the lobster shells before, so I thought I'd try infusing some of that taste of the lobster into the sauce itself, and it had really come through. That's really interesting, because normally it's cheesy, but you get like this background hint of the lobster. After you sort of get a hit of cheese with the macaroni. Wow, that's actually really nice. Definitely going to be trying that a bit more in the future. Yeah, I'm definitely all for not wasting things and using other parts of the animal and stuff like that to do different things with it. Let's give this lovely bit of lobster meat a try. Oh, That literally just melts in your mouth. It's definitely one of those sort of ultimate comfort foods. Definitely a winner. Definitely a winner, I'll say, for me. Then you get the sort of crunchiness from those bacon lardons. One thing it is missing though, definitely missing a little bit of citrus. So probably should have gone out and bought some more lemons, but yeah, just needs a little bit of that. One other thing you can do with this, which I might try next year when they come back in, is see if I can get hold of a lobster and a spider crab, redoing this but adding spider crab meat and running that through. See what that does. Be a nice little experiment to try. But yeah, I'm going to devour this before the rabble gets home and wants the rest of that, because it's not going to last very long, I'll tell you that. So yeah, as I say, from my adventure to yours, stay safe there, guys. Thank you for joining me. It's been an absolute blast. I've had so much luck recently with all the different species I've found, and definitely seen so many lobsters, way more than I ever have in the past. So definitely goes to prove that conservations and minimum sizes work. It's been phenomenal. But yeah, have a good one there, folks, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now. Oh, we've got some lovely lobster for Adventure Kitty. Oh, well, that didn't take very long for you to eat that, did it? Did that even touch the sides? I bet it didn't. Was it nice? Was it nice? Yeah, good girl. Oh, now my finger tastes like lobster. We say bye to all the beautiful people.